On this episode of Carnage, it is Friday the 13th and we are here for Nightmare at the Bend. Very fancy. And here we are back at Dragway at the Bend in South Australia for Nightmare at the Bend, which is one of the Kenda Tyres 660 drag radial series events. 660 referring to 8th mile, which is what Kenda is all about. We all run under, over an 8th mile for the whole day. So a whole bunch of different classes. They have classes for every type of car, every type of performance, from, something that can only run like, 7s in the 8th, which is, your typical like 12-second street car, through to the big boys running, into the 3s. 3 seconds on the 8th is a seriously fast car. You're talking about, 5 and 6 second cars on the quarter. So they are the big boys. I won't be running with them. Today is kind of a test and tune day. It is not a full race day. They are going to have some racing later on. They're going to have a $10,000 shootout. It's going to be a 16 car field. It was a $500 buy-in. And yeah, it's going to be run under the OG 275 rules is my understanding, which means has to be a street car or street appearing, has to run on a proper 275 and can't run faster than a 460 is my understanding, because that is what the OG 275 rules are. So that's going to be interesting to see some guys shoot out for $10,000 later today. But us, we'll be watching from the sidelines at that point. We're going to do some practice today, learning our trans brake and our bump strategies with the new steering wheel and the new bump button. So that's going to be interesting for us. So that's what my day is going to be all about, learning how to do that. Put down some solid 550 numbers so we can come out and play with the Radial Renegade guys tomorrow, which is a 550 class. But yeah, we've still got a couple hours until we start racing, so we're going to go and head back to the trailer, get this thing set up, make sure we're all calm and ready to go when they call the lines out, and yeah, we'll go racing. In the great drag racing tradition of hurry up and wait, we have waited all day. Now it is time to hurry up. So we're going to get out there and try and make a pass. We've turned it down a little bit for the start line because it is quite hot out there at the moment. Track temps are really high. So we're just going to go out there, make our first hit, do our first test with the old the bump into stage, see how that goes. And then, yeah, deal with it as it is. So we'll chalk that one up to user error. I felt like I did everything perfectly up until I let the button go. I let the button go, the trans brake button, and then lifted my foot off the gas. So, button, accelerator. Just, I don't know why I did that. We can let that one go through to the keeper. But now I just need to be fully aware. This is what I got to do. Hold the button down, hold the accelerator all the way down, release button without releasing the accelerator. I haven't done that in ages. It's a thing I did once or twice way back in the Turbo Taxi days, but all right. So many buttons to work with. But anyway, I felt like I bumped into the stage perfectly. I felt that all went really well. It's just, yeah, released the trans brake button and lifted my foot off the gas and just went, oh, you idiot. But anyway, we're all allowed one. That's my one. So the rest of the weekend, let's not do that. So we've had 2 runs and 2 fails. One was a user error. The second one is just track is not there. It's been quite warm today. The track is really greasy right at the moment, especially that left lane. I tried to go over in the right lane, but they called me over and made me run in the left. And I'm a good racer. I just go where I'm told. So, and yep, she spun off the hit, and I tried pedaling and pedaling and pedaling, and it just went the limiter every time. And I'm like, oh well, it is what it is. But I'm pretty consistent on my reactions though. They're not amazing, 0.35, which is not amazing, but you know, I beat that guy and lost to that guy. So, you know, it's 0.35 is okay. You know, I need to sharpen that up though. I really need to be down in the you know, the ones, the 0.1s is where I need to be. Work on the reactions and get some traction. Adam right now is setting up a traction control table for the car, so hopefully we can do that. Hopefully with traction control we'll be able to get down the track, and yeah, because we really need it for racing. You know, once you spin, it's all done, you know, so we really need to be able to hook up and just go. Right now I'm letting the sun go down. Once the sun goes down, we'll go out, make passes, and hopefully get some traction. So they have run the second round of the Gangsters Grapple. There are 4 left. We've given the car a big cool down period, so car's cool. Hopefully the track's a bit cooler. Most of the 275 cars went down the track, so I'm confident we can get down it. Adam's also put a RPM curve in there, so it's going to try and chase a curve that we know should get down. So let's try it. Let's see if we can get somewhere in the 5s. There we go. Well, that's better. We have some data now. Well, that was a lot better. 569, So we need to be in the 550 area. That's where I want to be. But still, we have data, and Adam's already given a bit of a tweak. He's built an RPM curve, and the car followed that RPM curve on that run pretty much to the letter. So he has made a slightly steeper RPM curve, and we're going to see how that goes. But he's predicting, yeah, this one should be in the 550s. You know, we're at nearly 128 mile an hour to half track, so it's moving. Reaction time was crap because I bumped into stage and the starter activated the tree as soon as my second stage light came on, so it took me by surprise. So I'll just have to watch out for that. So I really want to work on my reaction times, but yeah, we definitely want to get in the 550. So that run was about 7:30. We got another couple of hours, so we'll get another couple runs in. We'll let it cool down between each run. But yeah, at least 2 more runs, I reckon. So it looks like we'll get one more run tonight. They had a bit of an oil down earlier and they had to clean it up. They've just done the semi-finals of the Gangster Grapple, the 10K shootout. There's a big lineup of cars, so yeah, we'll get one more run. We'll try and get some good data. Unfortunately, both the GoPros are dead, so you're not going to get any in-car footage from this run, so Sean will just have to capture it all from the outside. Anyway, let's go make a pass and get some good numbers out of this thing.
Right rail at 550.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Right, well, we booked a ticket on the struggle bus today. It's been a bit tough in the morning. I've stuffed up and then we've had the track not be there for us. And then finally though, we've seemed to got around it. Adam's put in a nice RPM curve in there and we've just been tickling away at that. And we've got ourselves a nice 557, 129 mile an hour. I mean, it's not the fastest the car's done on the 8th, but it's pretty damn close. And that's a solid time to finish out the night. They've just finished the 10 grand challenge, 10 grand shootout. It's been a long day. And Jason Cowie took home the 10 grand. I don't know what the pot split was at the end of the day, but he won it. So well done to him with that green Tirana. What an awesome car. It's been consistent in the 4s and, you know, finished out the night with a 466 or something like that. So that's pretty good. But tomorrow is race day and we're going to be hunting 550 indexes tomorrow, and so we'll get some qualifying in the morning and then 3 rounds of racing and see how we go tomorrow. But tonight I think bed is in order, so let's go find a bed and get in here tomorrow morning and we'll turn the car around and go racing. Well, it is race day and we are ready to race. It's going to be a day full of action because we got 3 qualifiers and then 3 rounds of racing. So 6 runs if we want them, and we will want them. So we got a pretty good pass in last night, that 5:57. We want to just work on that a little bit more, see if we can get just down to the low 5:50s, and that should put us in good stead. I've also got to practice my reactions, cut them down. But off the basis of our qualifying today, we will get seeded, so they will arrange the class and we will know our competitors before we even come to the line, and we will then get 3 rounds of racing, and off the basis of those 3 rounds of racing, they will decide a final. So they take the 2 best performers out of those 3 rounds of racing and then put them into a final. So our aim is to win at least 2. It's possible to go into the final winning 2 rounds, but if you can run, if you can win 3 rounds, that puts you in pretty good stead. So that's our aim. Try and win 3 rounds of racing, but 2 if we can't do all 3. All right, car is all ready to go. I just got to suit up and wait for our call out. So let's go racing. Right, so they've called us up. This is going to be our first round of qualifying. We get to test our 550 from last night. Hopefully it all goes well. We have put our bump up a little bit because last night it was bumping us in just shallowly and the stage light was just flickering. And when it flickered, they'd bring the tree down. I want it lit solidly. So we've just enlarged our bump a little bit just so we can bump in, get a solid amber, and wait for the tree, and as soon as those lights light, it's going to be boom, off we go.
Scotty, 5:59 for Scotty.
Well, that is a solid 550 run, 5:59. It's the top end of the scale, but 5.5 is where we want to be at. That's the best reaction I've had for the weekend so far. 0.17. It's not amazing, but that's where I want to be, there or better. Really, that is a very solid start to my day. It even says win on the ticket. I love it when it says win. We'll cool it down, turn it around, and we'll go out for another round. Perfect. So we just pulled the plug on number 7 to have a look at it. It looks fine, but this plug's been in the car for a while. I think I did change them after drag challenge, but it has done some street driving and some, messing about. So we just put a clean plug in there so we can get a clean read on it for next round. But there's nothing that concerns us on that anyway. So everything's looking good. Ready for round 2 of qualifying. So I kind of stuffed that one up at myself by starting the car too early. So when they got ready to release the lane, I started the car in anticipation, but then ended up sitting there for a couple of minutes with the engine running. and just the heat building and that sort of thing. And so when I got down near the start line, by the time we actually got to near the start line, I think we're already at like 100 degrees, which yeah, this car is fine with, but it's not conducive to good actual ETs. And so we were slower pretty much everywhere. My reaction time, not great, 0.23. The other guy really hosed me on the reaction, so I really need to pick that up. So yeah, we need to do some work. Unfortunately, we got to lose on that ticket. Let's make the third qualifier a win. And hopefully we can take some of those wins into racing. So that one was all kinds of messy in that it was a 731, which is not where we want to be. However, what I did was as soon as it spun, I pedalled to make sure it got down the track, because if this happens in racing, if it spins, I have to pedal to try and stay, because if both people say spin and they're both pedaling, it's still going to be the first guy to the line, and you know, I still have a win next to my name, even though it's qualifying, because I get to the line first. You know, the other guy ran 5:59, but he sat at the line for 10 seconds. So you can't do that and expect to win when we get into actual racing. Qualifying is fine, but you've got to train for the way you want to win. So that's the way I've got to do it. Well, we've got 2 win tickets so far. Let's make that happen in racing. So we've got the seating sheet here for Radial Renegade. It looks like I was 7th qualifier. Looks like I got the little Datsun in the first round. I don't know which car this is. 7786 Jared Duggan. I don't know who that was. And then Tyson Long. He's in the 2JZ powered silver Ute. So Commodore Ute with the 2JZ. He's what I've got in the 3rd round. So, all right, we'll see how we go. Awesome, thank you. I know. Wow, awesome. So there we have it, first round win. How awesome's that? By 0.041 of a second. That's 41 thousandths of a second. It was tight. He actually beat me to the other end in terms of ET, but I outreacted him. So I did a 0.06 light. He did a 0.13. So basically it was like 700ths straight off the top of the tree, and he only beat, like his ET was only 200ths faster, so there's your margin. So I reckon that was probably going to be my toughest round of the 3. I don't want to put the mocker on me, but I'm hoping we can go 3 for 3. I probably shouldn't have said that, but let's take it one round at a time, see what we can do. But my opponent for next round just spun off the launch and lost his round. and I think the other opponent did the same. So I'm in with a chance. So we are 2 for 2 at the moment. So 2 round wins, that's looking really good. Our win margin was 0.64, so it was pretty comfortable. Better reaction, but only by a smidge, only beat him off the light by 200ths. So it wasn't a lot in it, but yeah, we just ran a 562 against his 625. And the really surprising part is my digital dash just died. I don't know if it's dead or if it's just overheated or something, but it's not working at the moment, so I had no RPM information at all. I just launched when it was on the step and shifted when I felt it needed to. So, yeah, that could have gone all kinds of wrong, but it didn't, and I'm still here, and now we're on to round 3. So is that 3?
There you go, 3 out of 3.
Yes! I didn't see the wind light because he hadn't actually done his run, but yeah, wow.
You had to back off.
Awesome. Well, look at that. 3 from 3, baby. Wow. And it's official, I'm in the final. No one else has won 3 rounds in my class. I qualified 7th, and yet I've gone 3 rounds. So very tight racing, very competitive. I'm really stoked. So I have no idea who I'm racing in the final yet. I guess we'll find out. I cut a really good light, like a 051 light. So that's the best light I've had all weekend. Time was a little bit down, but it is what it is, you know. So if I keep cutting good lights, I can be off the time a little bit. Anyway, we'll see who they line up for us in the final, and I consider this a win already. I consider just making the final to be a win. Anything that happens from now on will just be extra. You know, if we win, awesome. If we take runner-up, awesome. I love it either way. This has been awesome. Have I said awesome enough? Awesome. Right, so we've been called up pretty early. We haven't had a full cool down, so this is going to be interesting. We're up against Brad in this brown VB, LS Turbo VB. He was top qualifier, so this is going to be tough. We'll see how we go. Might have to try and push him to a breakout or something, I don't know. I'm just going to run my race, try my hardest, see where we go.
engine temp down enough. You know, it's already 100 degrees coming back, and it normally isn't that. So we just didn't get that engine temp down. It is what it is. It's been an amazing day. We'll do a wrap up in a sec, but Jesus, what a weekend.
What was the margin? Oh my God. Wow. Let's go talk about this. That was close.
Our Renegade 550 runner-up here today, and his first crack at a Kenda. Scott Taylor is runner-up. 500. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. I'm definitely coming back to Kenda. There's cash.
Big bucks racer.
Justin, thanks for a great weekend. Well, this has been an amazing weekend. We could not have predicted this. Like to finish in the final, to get in the final on my very first Kenda meeting, just amazing. The car is done flawlessly. I mean, if we'd had 15 minutes more cool down time at the end, I think we would have cooled down. We would have gone, like a 560 or a 559 again, and that would have been enough. The win margin was 14 thousandths of a second. We were side by side across the stripe. It was really an amazing race. I did everything I could. However, the car just wasn't quite cool enough. There was a little bit, what can you say? What an amazing meeting. Like, the Kenda guys run such an amazing show. It's well structured, it makes sense. It's just a great event, and I definitely want to do more of them. I want a big shout out to our sponsors, VPW, MPW, Haltech, Turbo Smart, Tough Mounts, Pulsar Turbos, and All Race converters and transmissions. I mean, they made this car what it is, and it is amazing. We've done drag challenge, and we've finished in the top 3 of our class, and 13th overall, which was great. We've just done Kenda. I've never done this whole pro tree bump into stage thing before, but Ute's just done amazing. And then we had Adam there to help us out through most of it. And, he's built that power ramp, and it just followed it perfectly, and we got some good times out of it. And we made the finals. And like I said, it was a bee's dick away from a win. So, can't ask for any more than that. So, what an amazing result. I definitely want to do more of these. But if we do more, you'll see them on future episodes of Carnage. Cha-ching, cash, baby.